Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again on a Saturday night here for the Nascom Online Stock Car Series. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a special treat because we are getting down and dirty here at Bristol with dirt on the track for the Down in the Dirt 115. These guys are going to be running heat races and one main feature event of 115 laps. Joining me once again is the man, Terry Foster. How's it going tonight, Terry?
Hey, Sam, doing great, brother. I am excited. Dirt track at Bristol. Watching these guys practice, it's going to be a good race.
Got a couple new faces out there tonight. Some who have ran before Nascom, some who have not. So thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching us here on 53 TV. We're going to go ahead and put on a good show for you tonight. Hopefully the drivers will too.
Yeah, definitely, Sam. I think we'll be okay. Nobody was really running away in the practice I seen. Had a couple good qualifiers of Blake Decker, Jason, not practice, I mean, but Blake Decker, Jason Powell. Both not bad times there, but everybody seems to be holding their own out there. We'll see what they got tonight.
Well, it seems like everybody's going out and taking their qualifying times here, Terry. So far, we got, looks like Blake Decker sitting on the pole right now with an 18.75.
Yeah, and not far behind him, Jason Powell with an 18.9, so it ain't all that hateful. Mark Arthur was 19.0. Patrick Cowgill was 19.3. And Patrick Cowgill, I'm not scared to be out there, but I look at right here in this nice comfortable chair talking with Sam all night, bud.
Yeah, Terry decided to join me in the booth. A big shout out to Terry for coming and helping me here broadcast the Nascom Stock Car Series on 53 TV. We're both still kind of new at this. I think Terry has more experience than I do, though.
A little bit. Yeah, I help the other guys in the league that I run in occasionally, and I enjoy it, man. That's why I'm here, Sam. I'm sitting there watching Blake Decker go around a little bit. Oh, wait, hell, I'm looking at the wrong screen, Sam. I'm looking at something that already happened.
So, well, it's going to be interesting tonight, Terry, because we got guys who normally run on the asphalt, right? So this is an asphalt league, but in light of the actual NASCAR guys, the Cup guys doing Bristol Dirt as well as the Truck Series, NASCOM decided to put it on the schedule. They do follow the Cup Series schedules, and we got Bristol Dirt and iRacing, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at Bristol Dirt.
Yeah, again, Sam, I am excited to see this, just see how these cars actually do react in a pack on this dirt track. And I'll definitely tomorrow when the actual NASCAR races on, I'll probably pay attention to it a little bit, see what those guys do. But, we like you said, we got a couple of new guys out here. Wyatt Craig in the 84, and Ty Morosco decided to finally show up in that number 1. But everybody else we see every once in a while: Doug Thompson, Perry, Grumpy Bunce, Dalton Kilroe, Patrick Cowgill, Mark Arthur, Jason Powell, Blake Decker. Pretty much these guys are in here week in and week out, so it'll be exciting.
Well, like I always say, Terry, we love seeing new faces here at NASCOM. I'm going to go ahead and put the race info back up on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. If you know anybody or you yourself would like to join the NASCOM Online Stock Car Series, join the Discord link you see at the bottom of your screen, and the boss, Tex Perry, will get you squared away, and we can have you racing with us next week.
Yeah, if you know how to do setups, man, jump in there and get in with these guys. It's an awesome league. It's just that it's a small group of guys. They like to get a little bigger. So, and Constance and Lori and Corey, we see you out there, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight.
To touch on what Terry said, even if you guys don't know setups, there's plenty of guys in this league who are willing to help you learn. I know Mark is one of them. Dalton's actually been getting good at, setting up a car. Well, at least on asphalt. I wouldn't say dirt. A lot of these guys might be struggling here tonight on dirt. I think, there's a couple who have a pretty quick race car out there. But like I said, if you guys need help learning setups, there's guys who do it. They set up sessions before the race every Saturday night. Get in, ask them questions. They'll help you out. Great group of guys we got here.
And like Sam said a little bit ago, the track was on the NASCAR schedule, so Tex decided, yeah, what the hell, we might as well throw it on there too. So I believe this is the only dirt track they go to all year. So like next week, we head to Martinsville Speedway for 300 laps. That ought to be pretty good. Nice little tight track there. Staying in the short tracks, guys.
So, Terry, if you take a look at the Nascom schedule, Tex actually also does the truck race. So every year it was always at Eldora. So what he did was he had a truck race at Eldora. Last year it was for points. I don't know if he's going to do that this year, but since the trucks are running Knoxville this year, these guys are actually going to be racing the trucks at Knoxville. And then following that race, if I'm correct, I believe they're actually going to be running sprint cars at Knoxville too, for like kind of a Knoxville Nationals kind of thing for no points.
Okay, I've just pulled that up. Yeah, Knoxville Nationals for 50 laps, and the truck race is the week after, I believe. Yeah, no, it's the next day. So July 23rd is the Knoxville Nationals. July 24th is the truck race. So it's going to be a fun-filled weekend there for these guys.
Well, like I said at the beginning of the show, ladies and gentlemen, we do have heat races here this evening. I believe it might only be one or two, but these guys qualified. Blake Decker putting it on the pole, Jason Powell on the outside as of right now, but the heat racing could change that up. If you're not familiar with heat racing, I believe, if I'm correct, this is normally how it works. Odd numbers will be in heat 1, even numbers will be in heat 2. Where you finish in said heat, so if you were in heat 1, say you finish second in heat 1, you'd be starting third in the actual race. I believe that's how it works, but I think Tex has it set up to 2 advance to the feature automatically in the heat races. So what it'll be is your top 4 will be your 2 from each heat, and then so on back will be the rest of the finishing positions in the heat races. I know that's a lot to say. It's a mouthful, but
well, I do know Tex did say that everybody will be in the main, so that's a good thing. I mean, nobody's got to go home. So, and you touched on Blake Decker right now has the pole, but that really doesn't mean anything on what you just said about the odd and even. Some people may not know this. Blake Decker is actually a race car driver in real life. He does run a dirt car, so I see good things out of Blake tonight in that 92.
So, Terry, do you have a pick for tonight?
I'm going with Decker.
Going with Decker.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a pick for this evening, go ahead and let us know. You got Blake Decker, Mark Arthur, Dalton Kilroe, James Grumpy Bunce, and Ty Morosco for Heat 1. So if one of your drivers is in that heat, go ahead and throw it in the chat and let us know. Honestly, Terry, I'm not sure who I want to pick. I know Blake can be pretty quick on dirt. Mark, actually, for him not liking dirt, as we know, he's got a pretty decent setup under that car tonight. I was actually turning laps with him in a practice session earlier, and the 12 car was looking pretty quick.
I will say, I think I could look at that, actually. I think Mark's got a ton of practice laps in the day.
Yeah, he had I think it was like 2 sessions up today, Terry, each about 2 hours apiece. So he's definitely got the experience of running a tacky and a slick track, which is what we're going to see tonight. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is dirt racing. So the track is going to wear. It's going to change all night long. As you can see, it's got that black, glaze over it. That's actually rubber being laid down onto this dirt racing surface, which makes it slick. So it's going to be interesting the different lines these drivers are going to run as we get ready here for heat number 1.
And if I'm not mistaken, Sam, from what I heard from the guys in practice today, that tire wear is really not going to be a big issue tonight, I don't think. I'm not a dirt guy. You are. I don't know how that works. So
no, unfortunately, iRacing does not have a tire model that is set up for wear on dirt. From what I hear I actually was talking to a pro driver in a race I did a while back. He said that there was supposedly going to be a new tire model for dirt cars, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm basically crossing my fingers to actually get some tire wear on dirt. That's going to make the racing a lot better. So 2 pace laps here. Not only is it a short track, but dirt track. So dirt tracks get 2 pace laps. We got the pace truck, iRacing pace truck out there this evening. The lights are off. It's going to be in the hands of the 92 of Blake Decker to bring him down to the green flag for our first heat.
Seeing some blinking out that number 1 time Orozco already early.
Pace truck's off, and Blake Decker, no hesitation, fires it off. We're green flag here for heat 1, ladies and gentlemen.
You and I kind of talked a little bit before this race, Sam, about Blake Decker. I think if he keeps his cool, he should be doing good. Dalton Kilroy throwing it in there.
Blake Decker moving up to that high line.
Wow.
It's actually interesting because the high line I feel like is going to work tonight as long as the drivers didn't wear it out during practice. But as I say that, the 92 moves down to the bottom lane. These guys are going to be moving around all over the place tonight. They're going to be searching for grip, looking for that moisture in the track, looking to see where they can get on the throttle a little bit quicker. As you see, Blake Decker just walking away with this right now.
So, well, Sam, you can answer my question for me. Okay, we know where the black part is here. Blake Decker coming in pits.
Interesting move for Blake Decker coming down pit road. Maybe actually, Terry, got a little loose.
Flag. He got a black flag.
That's interesting. Blake Decker having a black flag here, but that's going to hand the lead over to Dalton Kilroy. Dalton Kilroy, not exactly a dirt driver. He said it himself multiple times. So 41 out leading this heat race, 12 laps to go, but don't look now. Mark Arthur trying to hunt him down, running the high side in that number 12 butt kicker machine.
And I apologize to everybody. I did not have the volume up loud enough to hear why Blake Decker got black flagged. Mark Arthur coming around the turn, getting his ass into the wall just a little bit.
Definitely got some right side damage to that car, though. But not only with it being a short track, Terry, it's not going to affect them that much. This is dirt. I mean, getting damage, a little bit of right side, a little bit of left side damage isn't going to matter all that much. This is dirt track racing, baby. Mark Arthur getting into the wall again.
I think Mark's trying to look for some speed up there on that top end.
Well, if we go back through the field, James Grumpy Bunt's actually doing a good job here, holding down the 3rd position here in this first heat race.
Mark Arthur just passed Dalton Kilroy for the lead.
Well, it looks like Dalton might have had some issues too, as he's got some right front damage.
Yep, he hit though. He also went into the wall.
So we got 9 laps to go left in this heat race, and Mark Arthur up to the lead, not back up to the lead. We're so used to saying Mark Arthur to the lead.
Right.
But he's up in the lead right now and basically rim riding. We're going to call it the Larson line here. He's running that Larson line here at this dirt track. And like I said, Terry, if you can get that right rear wheel up on that cushion, you're going to be bad fast. I mean, that's just how dirt racing is. I race a lot of dirt racing, so but
Ooh,
Mark Arthur in the wall again.
And he keeps that up, Dalton will catch him. Because Dalton's finally running clean.
I'm telling you, man, I think that number 12 is going to be someone to contend with tonight. I actually ran the setup he was working on, and it was definitely fast. I mean, he's got the right idea put into that car. So, I don't know. I think, honestly, Terry, since you chose Blake, I'm going to have to go with Mark because those were the 2 fastest in practice that I saw.
Dalton got the turn there and just went straight into the wall with his whole right side of his car.
Well, that being said, we got 5 laps to go into this heat. Mark Arthur looks like he's trying to run a little bit of a low line there, trying to keep the left side tires in the moisture coming off the corner. Great shot of that butt kicker number 12 there coming into turns 3 and 4. Looks like Ty Morosco going into turn 1. Haven't talked a whole lot about him. Big sideways for the number 1. Also it looks like he's having a little bit of internet connections tonight too. Internet connection issues tonight, Terry.
But we know Ty. We've known Ty for a while, and that's Ty.
Yeah, he finally pulled the trigger, got a decent computer. Now he has internet problems all the time. But this is going to be championship implications here. Oh, Mark Arthur, big sideways. Ty got into the wall. So the lap car, Ty Morosco, gave Dalton Kilroy the lead.
Oh.
With 2 laps to go here in heat race number 1.
Oh, Dalton Kilroy hard into the wall.
That might give a chance. Actually, Blake Decker getting around Mark Arthur there. So Blake Decker back up to second, even with a black flag. Interesting.
Yeah. I was just looking at that, see if he was lapped down, and he is not. So
Blake Decker driving back up to second after having that passer black flag penalty. But it's going to be the 41 of Dalton Kilroy bringing it home to the checkered flag for heat race number 1.
Nice run out of the 41, Dalton Kilroy. Awesome run by the 92, Blake Decker, getting back up there towards the front after getting that black flag.
Well, Terry, it's really interesting that the 41 actually won that heat race because, again, he's not really a dirt guy. So
no, he's not.
That just shows you the diversity of drivers that we do have here in Nascom.
And I don't know how much you talked to Dalton today. I talked to him for a little bit, and I asked him how he was feeling, and, man, he just sounded like crap. But Dalton, I love you, brother, but I know you got it kind of cold, and so see what he does later on today. We'll get everybody on the field.
Well, that being said, Terry, we got the drivers gridding up for heat race number 2. Jason Powell will be starting on the pole for heat race number 2. Behind him will be Patrick Cowgill. Tex Perry, the boss, starting in 3rd. Newcomer Wyatt Craig will be starting in 4th, and Doug Thompson will be in 5th for heat race number 2. 2 laps.
Corey Sherman, about called you Rutherford again. Corey Sherman, who you talk about? Can you see?
So what he's talking about, Terry, is that the truck race today, when they first went green in their heat race, the clay got rained on, so it was just it had so much moisture in it that they were just kicking up mud, basically. And it basically waxed the whole front windshield of every truck behind the leaders, and they had to red flag it.
Okay.
But Corey Sherman, to answer your question, yes, they can see.
So I'll be right back. I'm going to go down and talk to Blake Decker real quick. I want to find out what happened with that black flag.
10-4. While Terry's gone, ladies and gentlemen, the iRacing Pace Truck lights are off for heat race number 2. Jason Powell will have his finger on the trigger to start this heat race. Another 15 laps here. The Pace Truck is off. It's up to Jason Powell to get him going. Green flag in the air for heat race number 2.
All right, Sam, that was some interesting news. He jumped the start at the beginning of the race. That's why 92 Blake Decker got the black flag.
Interesting. So the Pace Truck must not have had all 4 tires off of the racing surface before he went.
Correct. Now, I talked about Jason just a hair bit at the beginning of the race. We know he laid down a hell of a lap time of an 18.9 qualifying. Wow.
Tex Perry, big slide into turns 1 and 2, but saves it. I didn't mean to cut you off there, Terry.
Oh, no, that's fine. Oh,
man. Patrick Cowgill up into the wall, too, but Jason Powell seems to be walking away with this heat race as of now. But don't let that fool you, ladies and gentlemen. We saw what happened in the heat race number 1, and anything can happen with these guys, especially if Jason happens to catch a lap car.
You know, I think Jason was one of those guys earlier today, didn't think he was going to make the race, and here he is out here leading heat 2. Just got a hell of a lead on these guys.
You know, Terry, we were actually talking to Jason Powell a little bit earlier today, and he actually said that he used to work on a modified, I think it was one of his friends, or it was something along those lines. So Jason might actually have a little bit more knowledge than other guys on setting up a car for the dirt.
That could be. I know, Corey. I'm sorry, brother.
Corey Rutherford, we see you out in chat. Thank you for joining us here on 53
definitely.
TV. Corey Sherman, also, thank you for joining us on 53 TV. Mark's mom and sister, big shout out to you guys. We see you every week. Thank you guys for joining us. And I see we got 11 people watching, Terry, so big shout out to everybody watching. Me and Terry go ahead and broadcast the Down in the Dirt 115 for the Nascom Online Stock Car Series.
Now, we're already 7 laps into this, Sam, and Jason Powell, hell of a lead on, I don't know who else in second. Patrick Cowgill, I think, yeah.
Yeah, Patrick Cowgill running in second. And then you got the boss, Tex Perry, running in third. And Doug Thompson running in fourth. The only position change really is Doug Thompson moving to, or no, I believe he started in fourth, or no, he started last. I apologize. But Wyatt Craig making his first appearance this week here. Nascom doing a good job. From what I understand, Terry, he started pretty much like everybody else did. He's new to iRacing, but he's as he gets big sideways going into turns 3 and 4, he definitely is showing that he's trying to learn. So big shout out to Wyatt Craig for coming out and racing with us tonight.
I mean, Sam, none of us jumped into this sim game, whatever the hell you want to call it, knowing what the hell we were doing. I mean, a lot of us probably played stuff on what the hell was it, Nintendo and shit like that. But man, once you get strapped into one of these rigs and gear shift, steering wheels, and everything, it's a totally different ball game.
Absolutely, Terry. We got 5 laps to go here in heat race number 2.
So I was just watching Jason there come off that turn. It looks like he was searching a little bit. I wondering if he's thinking what he can do the next race.
Patrick Cowgill having some problems there. It looked like he crashed.
Oh,
and that actually brings out the caution flag. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get an instant replay here with Patrick Cowgill.
Does caution laps count tonight, Sam?
They shouldn't. If it's dirt, it shouldn't. Looks like the boss. Actually, it looks like Cowgill having a little bit of internet connection issues, blinking out, and the boss Tex Perry getting into him, spinning him around. But that's going to go ahead and bring out your caution for heat race number 1. So that's going to stack them back up and maybe give a chance for somebody to run down the 18 of Jason Powell.
Wow. We see Tex Perry, the boss, coming up behind him. Man, yeah, he is blinking pretty bad, ain't he? Wow.
So just to give you a rundown, ladies and gentlemen, we got 3 laps to go here in stage number 1. Jason Powell, your leader. The boss, Tex Perry, in second. Douglas Thompson in third. Patrick Cowgill in fourth. And Wyatt Craig in fifth.
Sam, you're being asked a question out in Chatland.
Did I do a practice in the ARCA car for this track? Yes, I did. I actually made a setup for it too, and Blake Decker is running that setup with a few tweaks on his account the way he wants it. So that's totally fine, but I gave him a baseline for it.
Okay, Sam. So caution laps are counting in this heat. We are going to a green-white checkered.
Green-white checkered for heat race number 2.
Jason Powell chooses the top line. He come across, told the boss Tex Perry that's where he wants to go.
That's actually an interesting strategy call, considering it seems like the low line is working pretty well for some drivers, but maybe that number 18 likes the top.
He's been running up there pretty much his whole stint of this heat, so I think he's up where he wants to be. I think it might be just a little bit better grip up there than where the boss is at the moment, right there in the middle.
Connie, it's all good that you missed last week. It's not that big of a deal. Appreciate you taking time to watch the broadcast Sunday. We're glad to have you back this week. Corey Sherman, how is it compared to the trucks? I hate the trucks, so it's better. But if you want my honest opinion, none of these cars should be on dirt.
Jason Powell, big jump over to the boss Tex Perry and Doug Thompson.
That's going to be 2 laps to go here in heat race number 2, Terry.
Doug Thompson up on that high side, just lost it, go back into 3rd place. I think he's doing the same thing as Jason is, trying to find some grip up there on that high line.
But I tell you what, look at the 31 Patrick Cowgill. Ran the high line in 3 and 4, got a big run down the front straightaway, almost catching the back of the boss. Not quite able to get there, though.
Ooh.
But the boss making a move for the win. Can he stick it enough to get it? Nope. It's going to be Jason Powell, winner of heat number 2.
I haven't seen a checkered flag yet. Because we didn't need one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like they got about a 10-minute warm-up. I'm not sure if Tex is going to let them run a few laps or how we're doing that. So we're going to go ahead and take a real quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Stick with us.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got him for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the Down in the Dirt 115. These drivers are out doing a few hot laps, putting the final adjustments in them cars, getting them ready to go for 115 laps here around the Bristol Motor Speedway with dirt. Terry, I got to say, this is probably one of the most exciting nights I've ever had with iRacing because I love dirt racing. I know a lot of these guys aren't really a fan of it, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, again, some of the cars I like running on there. I know you've taught me kind of a little about the 305s, the sprints, and stuff like that. I've raced the modified just a little bit, not a whole lot, and the can't remember the car that everybody gets when they first join iRacing. I can't remember what the hell that is, but
Street stock.
Thank you very much. Dirt Streets. I like doing that car. These things here, I don't want to do it.
I mean, to be honest, if you got a decent setup under this car, they could be a lot of fun because it's not like the 305s or the limited late models or the street stocks where you can just full throttle send it. You really got to drive these cars.
Again, I'm watching these guys. It looks like a hell of a time out there, but I'll be right here behind the microphone tonight.
Yeah, honestly, as much as I love broadcasting for these guys, this is the one race I wish I was behind the wheel for. This is my bread and butter right here. I know when I came on iRacing, I did a lot of asphalt. I was running with Ty Morosco. We both kind of joined around the same time, and we were really into doing the asphalt NASCAR stuff. But once I started getting into the dirt racing, man, it's my home to me. Just
sure it is.
Especially once they added Lernerville into iRacing, that was the end of it. I mean, they just put the best track in the world on the sim right there.
I was gonna say you have a nice local track right in your place. It's pretty well known. I've got one just a few miles up the road from me of Eldora. You got Lernerville. It's Lernerville, right?
Yeah, it's Lernerville.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, and I got Eldora. So, I mean, pretty much any Saturday night we want to go racing or watch the guys, we can go do that.
See, and what's actually interesting about Lernerville is every Friday night they have what's called Fab 4 Racing. So they run dirt street stocks, the big block modifieds, super late models, and 410 sprint cars all in one night.
Nice.
So 4 series all in one night, and it's one of the only tracks in the country to do it.
That'd be cool to see that, all them guys.
Hey, $16 get you in.
There you go.
You come on out to Sarver, Pennsylvania, get you a ticket. You know where I'll be.
So I'm wondering why Patrick Cowgill's in chat. Shouldn't he be on the track?
Oh, I imagine he's just, using the time to maybe go to the bathroom, do whatever he's got to do. Corey Sherman says, we have Weed Sport.
Yeah, they got Weed Sport.
Hey, Corey, Weed Sport, I love that track. I'm not going to lie. That track is actually really fun. When it first came out, I'm one of those people that when they announce a dirt track, I make sure there's credits in my iRacing account because I'm buying it. I own every single piece of dirt content there is on iRacing. And when Weed Sport came out, I ripped the 410 sprint car around it, loved it. I mean, that track is really fun. However, there's a disadvantage to Weed Sport. You got walls, man. Lernerville ain't got no walls except for the front stretch.
Yeah, I have played around Lernerville, and I know that one that doesn't have the walls, that could be a little dangerous.
But it's a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely is a blast. So, an interesting thing I'd like to point out here while we still got a couple minutes in warm-up. I believe I said it earlier in the broadcast, but this track state will carry over. So they're basically running it like it's real life, essentially, in my eyes. Anywhere that these guys are putting on this track right now, it's going to be there for the race. So if you look, I mean, there's a lot of black surface on this track, which means a lot of slick surface is going to be around here, and these guys are going to be in for a handful for 115 laps.
And again, I said something earlier about when Mark was up on the high side. We've seen, Doug Thompson and Patrick both kind of go up on the high side, maybe just to find a little bit of grip. I'm watching Blake Decker right now, kind of on our replay. And, yeah, he's doing the same thing, kind of stacking up on that high side.
Patrick Cowgill says he liked the 410 at Bristol. Yes, I actually did a test with the 410 at Bristol, and it is actually really fun. Those things fly around here. It's insane.
Watch some of these guys. I think they're using a wall just a little bit to help them turn.
Oh, come on now. They shouldn't be doing that.
I know.
See, Mark Arthur looks like he's pushing a little tight going into the corners here.
I just switched on him also.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'd like to thank you all for coming out and watching the Down in the Dirt 115 for the Nascom Online Stock Car Series. If you haven't already, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We're actually going to be broadcasting a new league, Terry. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do it with me, but we picked up ASLR, I believe is what it is, Rick Thompson's league.
Good deal.
So you can join us Wednesday nights. I believe it's at 8 p.m. here on 53 TV to check out those guys take on the tracks in the trucks. They run a truck series.
And I know those guys have a fairly good turnout each week. Rick Thompson, you and I both know him from another group, and Corey, I will ask. I know you didn't put it in chat, but you just text me that message, but I will ask him. Sam, you are being asked if you're going to join TNA Motorsports Savage X Monday on Shop Talk.
If you guys will have me, you just got to tell me a time.
Yeah, I'll get with you tomorrow.
Do I need my webcam? Because I'll have to set it up. It's not a problem, but I can set it up.
You don't have to, but we'd like for people to see what's going on, who we are and stuff.
Who was it? Was it Sherman that texted you?
Yeah.
Well, I
Corey
tell you
just
what,
texted me.
Corey, I'll make sure I got my Savage Edge T-shirt on for that night too. How about
There
that?
we go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You got a green screen?
I do not.
Oh, damn. That's all right. That's all right. Rick didn't have one either, but we let him in anyway. I don't know where those guys are at tonight. I know Hammond gets in here occasionally and watches.
Let's see here.
Oh,
Whoops.
we got about 30 seconds, Sam. I think we're going to go racing, buddy.
I see that. Let's see here. There we go. That'll actually work. Let me go ahead and... This is new for me because I haven't had to broadcast with heat races, so my program's a little different when it comes to this, but it's all right. We're getting it figured out. No big deal. I'm going to let you guys see your starting lineup for tonight. Get your grid music going as always.
So here we go.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, your pole sitter for the feature is Dalton Kilrow, the number 41 of Lost Cause Motorsports. Starting to his outside, Jason Powell, new member of Outcast Autosports. Starting in third, Blake Decker, and the number 92. To his outside is going to be the boss, Tex Perry, for Mudhole Motorsports. Mark Arthur, part of Outcast Autosports, and the number 12 butt kicker machine, going to be starting fifth. Patrick Cowgill and Whataback Racing is going to be starting sixth. James Bunce out of the Carolinas is going to be starting seventh. Douglas Thompson, Thompson Aerospace is going to be starting eighth. Ty Morosco, part of S&M Motorsports, is going to be starting ninth. And Wyatt Craig from the West is going to be starting in 10th. That's your grid lineup for tonight's feature event.
Now, if these guys go the full length on field, do they have to pit? I don't even know what the hell they have to do.
I believe there's no pitting tonight, Terry. I believe they can just go the whole way.
10-4.
But I'm actually, it's interesting to me, Terry. It looks like Dalton Kilrow is going to be starting the outside for this first, Jason Powell's in first now. But they're coming down to the green. These heats got me all confused right now. But they're green flag racing here, sending it down into turn one on this slick track here in Bristol. All cars all over the place, high, low. Blake Decker down to the inside, gets around Jason Powell. Dalton Kilrow out to the lead. Going back, it looks like Mark Arthur running the real low line. We're 3 wide behind him, coming down to the start-finish line to complete lap number 1. Oh, big wreck down the front straightaway.
Oh, somebody's rolling.
It looked like the 31, and I believe that was Jason Powell got together. We're going to have to go back and see what happened there.
Dude, that was Jason Powell that rolled.
Yeah, definitely someone hooked somebody there. As they come off the corner, it looks like Jason kind of kept coming up, but Patrick Cowgill was already into the wall, and that just sent Jason completely flying through the air down the front straightaway. Luckily, Terry, these guys get one quick repair here tonight, so he can go get that car fixed back up and be right back in this thing.
I think I would try to bring it out, see what it does first before I use that quick repair. Yeah, in real life, the car wouldn't go anywhere, but...
It looked like he was still rolling here. Who knows, Terry? That might have knocked the toe a certain way. He's probably got the fastest car on track now.
Could be. 22 James Bunce, he also come into the pits. Along with 31 Patrick Cowgill.
So that's interesting. I'm wondering if maybe they can take fuel because, I mean, in a normal dirt race, you know, a sprint car, late model or something like that, you have enough fuel to make it the whole distance. So it's just going to be interesting to see what these guys do. After that start, though, Dalton Kilrow, your race leader right now, Blake Decker in second, and Mark Arthur third. So usual names that we see up at the front of the 41 of Dalton Kilrow and the 12 of Mark Arthur. Blake showing up when he can. Obviously does racing in real life, so it's good to see him out on track here tonight.
Sam Jason Powell didn't come into the pits.
He did not.
He did not.
And he's going to run a tin can out there, I guess.
I guess. Maybe he's trying to make it look like a modified. He keeps doing that crap, he will look like a modified. Back up front, we still got Dalton Kilroy leading at the moment. Blake Decker running second. Mark Arthur running third. Tex Perry running fourth. Doug Thompson running fifth, I believe. I think that's how it goes.
Corey, I see your comment out there in chat. He says, looking forward to watching your broadcast. Watching you broadcast us on Wednesday. I'm just as excited as you are. It's going to be a good chance for me to get more practice in broadcasting wise. And with a new computer on the way, you guys are going to have an excellent broadcast.
I mean, definitely, if I would get home in time to help you, Sam, I would definitely jump in there and throw my 2 cents in occasionally.
If you're more than welcome, Terry, you know that. But green flag is back out in the air. We're 6 laps in here to the 115. Dalton Kilroy out to a convincing start there. But Blake Decker right up to the cushion. Going to run that high line and get the run down the back straightaway. But Mark Arthur to the inside of the 92. Is he going to try and slide job him? No, but he goes all the way down to the apron. Getting a little wiggle there coming off of turn 3. Or turn 4, rather. Blake Decker real sideways going into turns 1 and 2. He's starting to run the low line. And that's why I said, Terry, these guys, they're going to be moving around, searching for that grip.
Oh, Dalton Kilroy into the wall. That gives the 92 and the 12 an opportunity to get around him.
He pulls it back off the wall, though. No harm, no foul as he keeps going. But you're right, Terry. That handed the lead back over to Blake Decker, who had that penalty, unfortunately, in heat race number 1, but drove it back up to second place. And now we got a battle here for first place with Mark Arthur and Blake Decker. Caution flag is in the air. So we got a caution flag. Let's see if we can't get a replay on that for you, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like it was the 84 of Wyatt Craig. Just comes up on the nose of Jason Powell, unfortunately, and gets all out of shape and flips over and everything. Keeps it going, it looks like, though. So, again, these guys have one fast pair. They can get it fixed and get back out there, but definitely unfortunate for the number 84.
Yeah, Wyatt Craig, I'm looking at his hood there. It's all crinkled up. It's interesting to see what Jason Powell does if he stays out. Yep, he stays out.
Well, the interesting thing, Terry, is that I'm just waiting for one thing tonight.
What's that?
And that's just to say slide job.
I thought Mark was going to be able to do it here just that few laps ago when he got underneath of Dalton and Decker.
I want to see some slide jobs, guys. Come on, this is dirt racing. Make me happy.
Looks like we got Craig in 84 coming down pit lane. And along with Patrick Cowgill coming down again. I think he's getting some hammer swings on his car.
Well, open setup, Terry. I mean, they can go in and still, I would imagine if they can pit, they can still go in and make adjustments to those race cars.
Sure. So,
unfortunately, it's not like real life where I believe they're going to do it for the Cup race. They did it for the truck race at Eldora. What do? They like red flag it almost, and then they let everybody come down, change tires, etc., do what they got to do, fix up the car. So, like I said, I'm not sure how it works here at Bristol. I imagine they can pit since we've been seeing guys come down pit road, so just keep an eye on everybody.
Well, Sam, one good thing, Patrick Cowgill, Wyatt Craig, neither one of them has won a lap down. Everybody's still on that lead lap, and we're sitting on lap 13 going on 14.
The pace truck lights are off. Looks like we're going to be going green this time, Terry.
I mean, we got Mark Arthur and Blake Decker. Those guys are running really strong at the moment. Let's see who gets the jump here. We know Blake doesn't want to jump. there he goes, waiting for the truck that time.
Big slide there from Mark Arthur. And that's the thing, Terry, and that's slick. It's going to be hard to get the power down. But Blake Decker out to lead. Dalton Kilrow looking to the inside, making it 3 wide here. Mark cuts it down to the bottom of the racetrack. Blake Decker running the cushion. Dalton Kilrow in the middle. And unfortunately, nobody able to get the lead off of that number 92. So we're going to say, as I say that, must be a broadcaster's curse. But Mark Arthur looking to take the lead here from Blake Decker down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Mark Arthur will not pull a slide job. You're disappointing me, Mark. But will take the lead over from the 92.
Well, Decker into the wall again.
So it looks like that low line's working really well for that number 12 because he keeps going to the bottom of the racetrack. Blake Decker must have seen something because he's starting to follow him. Real big wiggle from number 12. Will Blake have anything for him here in turns 1 and 2? So see, what I'm noticing, Terry, is that Blake actually ran the high line in 1 and 2 and then the low line in 3 and 4 the last time by. Chose the high line both times this time. So that's why I said these guys are going to be looking for grip. But if we go through the field here, Mark Arthur, your race leader as of right now. Blake Decker running in second. Dalton Kilrow
back to the bottom again,
running third. Timer Osco running fourth.
Ty was a lap down earlier.
Moving on, though, we got the boss, Tex Berry, getting into the side of the number 1 a little bit there. Rubbins racing here on dirt, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Powell, after flipping on the front stretch, back up to 6th place. Doug Thompson running in 7th position. Patrick Calgill running in 8th. James Grumpy Bunce, he's running in 9th position. And Wyatt Craig rounding out the field in 10th.
I'm still up here on front with 12 Mark Arthur and the 92 of Blake Decker. I don't know why Decker's not trying to follow his line of Arthur. Into the wall again he goes.
Yeah, I mean, if I was the 92 right now, I'd be seeing, hey, that low line's actually kind of working. I should probably move down there. And honestly, Terry, there's multiple ways you can take a corner here when it comes to dirt racing. I mean, you can enter high, cut it down low, get that grip coming off the corner. You can enter low and slide up high, and that can be a fast line too. So it's interesting that these guys are just picking one or the other, the top or the bottom. I'm not seeing any other major lines being formed here.
Got lap traffic they had to work around the 84 of Craig.
As I said, that Blake Decker actually kind of ran a little bit of a slider line there going into 1 and 2. He entered real low, let the car drift up to the cushion. Once he hit that cushion, he just kept running the high side out the corner.
Now, you said you ran this a little bit today. Are they lifting a whole bunch or not?
I would imagine with it being this slick of a track, yes, they have to.
We got a wreck. Dalton Kilrow.
Dalton Kilrow.
I believe that was Dalton.
No, it looked like it was the 84 once again, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
So let's see if we can't get a replay for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 84 Wyatt Craig, according to my events. Goes into the corner. Dalton Kilrow was involved. No, he never touched him. It's just the 84 just overcorrected and put it into the outside retaining wall. And then Patrick Calgill, unfortunately, comes in and noses into him, but the 84 just getting a little loose and overcorrecting.
Yeah, Dalton Kilrow got 41. I mean, he was close, but he never did touch him.
All right, Terry, we're under our third caution. Do you, let's see if anybody decides to pit. I don't think anybody's going to, honestly.
I don't see the reasoning behind it. If they're also trying to just keep the weight in the car, I don't know, man. Again, dirt is my forte. Well, neither is oval if you have half the guys, but.
Well, like I said, Terry, I mean, you're talking to a sprint car guy, so
right.
we don't have to make pit stops at all. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys decide to do. Actually, it looks like the number 1 of Timer Oscar is coming down pit road, maybe to get some damage fixed. But Not sure. We're going to have to see what he does. It looks like Wyatt Craig decided to put it on pit road, maybe get some damage fixed.
Oh, what? I'm looking at Morosco. Morosco's taking tires.
Okay, so apparently you can take tires. I mean, we're learning. This is all new to us, at least for the Bristol dirt side of things in the ARCA car. So it's interesting to see that they actually can take tires. Looks like Ty Morosco got a little bit of damage fixed as well as he comes off pit road.
Craig,
Blake Decker coming down pit road, Terry.
Sorry. Oh, Blake Decker. Let's go on Blake Decker, see what he's going to do here. Oh, he's out of his box.
I'm wondering if maybe he's having some computer issues. That would actually be unfortunate for Blake. I mean, he has a good car underneath him and possibly a car to win tonight. So we're going to have to figure out what's going on with Blake.
He's back on the... Well, I said he was out of his box. I don't know if iRacing done it or what, but his car wasn't even all the way in this pit stall.
To me, it looked like he just stopped on pit road.
Huh. Okay.
Like I said, not sure if he had some kind of computer issues going on or what, but Blake Decker back out on track, so we're going to have to watch him maybe to come back through the field.
Looks like Decker has a little bit of damage over that front right above his right front tire.
Well, pace car lights are off, Terry. We're going to be going back green this time by.
Mark Arthur still leading.
Coming through turns 3 and 4. Once again, the pace truck is going to bounce off the track down pit road in the hands of Mark Arthur. Mark Arthur fires them off. 29 laps down of 115.
I mean, I know we've had 3 cautions, but the race isn't going all that bad. We're keeping the guys kind of bunched up. We've seen some good racing up front.
Definitely some good racing. Actually, if we go back, it looks like the boss making a move on the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Put the boss in second place, Terry.
So after 31 laps, the guys are starting to get comfortable with the track, with the car, being on the dirt. So this should be getting going here even better as we keep going.
I want to go ahead and go back into the field a little bit further. And look at that number 92. As I say that, we catch Ty Morosco getting it all out of shape. Doesn't bring out a caution. Keeps it rolling, but he was really sideways in turns 1 and 2. But back to what I was saying, the 92 making his way back up through the field, already up to 6th spot, Terry.
Oh, okay. It was on a turn as he hits the wall.
So we got a caution flag out once again, Terry. It looked like it was the 85 and the 13 getting together. Let's see if we can't get a replay on that.
So when you called Ty Morosco's name, James Bunch apologized. Evidently, he got into the one of Ty Morosco.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said before, it looked like this caution was the 13 just getting into the left rear of the 85 and sending them around. So it's one of them classic things with dirt racing. The 85 was pretty sideways, and the 13 had it straighter than he did, and just a little bump sent him around.
Yeah, Mark Arthur wins the day. That gives him 2 in a row. Let's see, that'd be 2 in a row for Arthur if he gets to win. Tim Bills, but he's not here tonight. He's got 2 in a row. Then we got Jake Spau, Justin Boonstra, Dalton Kilroe, and who won the Clash? McCubbin?
Is that?
Yeah, there you go. That's who it was, McCubbin.
I believe that is how you pronounce his name. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And sorry if we're mispronouncing it. You can yell at us later. Go ahead and
Blake
message me
Decker.
on Discord.
Blake Decker on pit road again.
Looks like...
Along with a few other guys, though.
maybe getting some damage fixed there, Terry. I'm not sure for the number 92.
Somebody's in the back here getting. Where's my mouse?
I'm showing Ty Moroska, Blake Decker, and Y. Craig on pit road.
Yeah, so I'm going back to the one of Tom Roscoe. I believe he just took tires.
Blake Decker, it's showing him 1 lap down, so
Ooh.
not sure what's going on with the number 92, Terry. I mean, again, had a fast race car and unfortunately just having some issues this evening.
I say we still got, what, 70... I can't do the math that damn quick. How many is it? I'm retarded.
Well,
we still got a ways to go.
well, we still got at least 80 laps to go here tonight.
There you go.
So.
Thanks. There you go. Somewhere in there.
And that's a guesstimate because I cannot see my laps right now. It just says caution for me. So
Okay. 84, Wyatt Craig still sitting on pit road.
So let's see here. Yeah, it's showing Wyatt has actually been on pit road for the last 5.5 minutes, so not sure if he's deciding to maybe change something on that race car, get it fixed up and bring it back out, or if they're deciding maybe they're going to put it on the trailer for the evening. We're not sure, but looks like Blake Decker might have put it on the trailer for the evening and went home.
That's a shame, too. I mean, a new guy needs to stick around, man. Learn these guys, and he'll go out there and get some points.
But pace truck lights are off, Terry, once again. We're going to be going back green here with Mark Arthur in the lead. Dalton Kilroe to his outside. But Mark Arthur will have his finger on the trigger. Pace truck ducks off down to pit road. It's in the hands of Mark Arthur and number 12. We're back green flag racing here at Bristol.
Mark with a nice jump. Didn't slide the tires a whole hell of a lot that time like he did a couple other times before. Guys are lining them up. They're right behind him. Dalton Kilroe, Jason Powell. Looks like the Doug Thompson is looking inside of Jason Powell a little bit.
And Jason Powell, Terry, still running with that race car. I mean, and still running in the top 5, top 3 actually with that beat up race car. So again, like I said before earlier in the race, the aero stuff ain't really going to affect you here. This is dirt racing, baby.
Now, I want you to watch somebody for a now he's getting it sideways. Doug Thompson is not really getting his car sideways.
Well, see, Terry, that's actually an art of dirt racing. I mean, yeah, the car is going to rotate and get a little sideways, but it's kind of ironic because you want to keep the car as straight as possible because that's how you're going to be fast.
Okay. It's just weird seeing this car not side of this car going through the turns like I right now on Jason Powell. I can see his number on the passenger side pretty good when he gets through that turn as he's working on the 41 Dalton Kilroe.
Dalton Kilroe running that high line. Jason Powell running the low line, making it work. Oh, almost a little bit of contact there going down the front straightaway.
Car. Yeah, lost a little speed there.
Side by side down the back straightaway. Dalton Kilroe is going to prevail with that outside line. He's going to get the momentum on that top line, but Jason's not letting him have it easy as he's working that bottom lane. Oh, Dalton Kilroe, big sideways going into turns 1 and 2. It's going to allow Jason Powell to get back underneath him, but not quite able to get there. And that's the thing, Terry.
Good run off with Jason Powell right there.
What I'm noticing, though, Terry, is that, like, these guys are getting side by side. Like, Jason Powell right there, he can clear Dalton if he just slides right up in front of him. Makes Dalton kill his momentum, but looks like Dalton Kilroe is going to do that to himself as he gets into the wall coming off turn 2.
Yep, Jason Powell now up in second place behind Mark Arthur. Now Mark's got a nice lead, about a little over 3 seconds.
A little over 3 second lead for the number 12. Mark Arthur still running that low line too. Like I said, Terry, that 12 machine, he's definitely fast tonight. He spent a lot of time working on the setup, and it seems like he was listening when I was actually watching another driver we know, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, run this track in the Cup cars, and I was giving him a few pointers. So Mark must have been listening to that, and he's kind of taking that to his advantage, because I notice him when he comes off the corner. Watch him right here. He'll get those left side tires right in that lighter part of the dirt. That's going to allow him to get more grip, to get more speed going down the front straightaway.
Yeah, he's holding that line real good. Jason Powell still holding a little over 3 seconds behind Mark Arthur.
But, you know, Terry, again, that's another guy that we saw be really fast. Jason, not really a dirt guy, but working with, like I said, one of his buddies setting up a modified, I think that 18 might be your next best option to catch the 12 and beat him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Powell overall in practice had the fastest lap at a 17.7. Mark Arthur in practice had an 18.1. So overall, Jason was a little faster than he was. And Mark Arthur just keeps pulling away from Jason Powell.
Yeah, it's almost up to about a 4-second gap right now. But Mark running an interesting line. He's entering almost mid and coming off the corner on the bottom. That's actually a really solid line to run. You see he enters real high up at the wall, but kind of cuts the car back down the track. That's definitely a good dirt line. But he's going to be catching some lap traffic, it seems like, Terry.
Yeah, he is.
Looks like he's going to be catching 22 of James Bunce. James Bunce looks like he's fighting a really tight race car right now. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. He's going to be catching the 92 of Blake Decker.
Yeah, I was just
Blake Decker back out on track. So not sure what was going on with the number 92. Maybe he had some kind of issues going on, but has him fixed and he's back out on track.
Okay, now we know Blake is, oh hell, he's 15 laps down. Never mind.
Yeah, he's going to need quite a few cautions
Never
to
mind.
get back on the lead lap. However, it's good to see him get back out on track and still
Yeah.
run this race.
Glad he came back.
So a little quick through the field for you. Mark Arthur moved up to the top line, Terry. Must be searching for a little bit of grip. But Mark Arthur, your race leader. Jason Powell running in second. Dalton Kilrow in third. Doug Thompson is running in fourth. The boss rounds out your top five. Ty Morosco and the number 1 DQ machine running in sixth. Patrick Calgill in seventh. James Grumpy Bunce getting lapped there by Mark Arthur, running eighth. Blake Decker in ninth, and Wyatt Craig, unfortunately, still on pit road.
I was just going through everybody here. I bet next time you see Jason Powell on pit lane, I bet he gets that car fixed.
I would imagine, Terry. We're about halfway through this race,
yeah.
So I could totally see him taking that fast repair. Might help him maybe gain a little bit more speed in that car.
And Mark still, now he's got a little over a 5-second lead over Jason Powell. But they're both running almost the same lap times if you look back on that, Sam.
Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and take a lap on board with Mark Arthur.
Okay.
We'll watch him work the wheel here. Really working that wheel here. The track is definitely slicked off, Terry. I mean, this is pretty much about as wore in as she's gonna get. I mean, all that black you're seeing, that's all slick. So it's gonna be difficult for any of these drivers to be able to get the power down.
Ooh, big old crossover with his arms there.
So running that low line, as you can see, really having to saw on that wheel to keep that car straight. But ladies and gentlemen, you just did a few laps around Bristol dirt with Mark Arthur.
I know we see it in the one car with his arms actually crossing up. But we actually do that in real life too. Our arms can get crossed up like that on these things.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you're fighting that kind of race car right now. I mean, you're doing everything you can to keep that car straight, especially, like I said, on a slick track like this. I mean, they're basically racing on ice at this point.
Jason Powell, he's not faster, but he has cut that 5-second lead down just a little bit. Not even a half a second. Somebody just hit the wall somewhere.
So I noticed, Terry, that Jason's kind of entering really low. He's running the low line, obviously, but when he enters, he's almost using the little lip of the apron to kind of help that car turn some laps. And then he's, again, running the low line coming off the corner, getting those left side tires in the moisture. And, big sideways as I say that out of the 18. But again, you gotta find the grip, Terry. That's what dirt track racing's all about. If you can't find that grip, I mean, there's just gonna be no speed in that race car.
Man, that car was just tore up.
But I tell you what, he's out there. He's still sawing on that wheel. Let's actually go on board with the number 18 of Jason Powell and watch him for a lap or two. So he's definitely working the wheel. He's turning a lot more left than he is right, I noticed, Terry.
Yeah. They say, what, turn left, you got to turn right?
If you find yourself going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Yep. Well, you can definitely hear him playing with the throttle.
And that's the thing. I mean, you have to, because these guys, you could run full throttle with a tacky track. I will say that. But now that this track is slicked off to where it's at right now, there's no way that you're going to be able to put the power down fully. And even if you can put it down full on the straightaways, I mean, you're going to be tacking out that race car to where your rear tires are just going to be spinning and you're not going to be gaining any speed.
And then it's not racing if you do that, right?
I mean, it's still racing, but, you're probably going to be finishing second instead of first.
Right. Mark Arthur working on another lap car, the 85. Yeah, that's 85, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
85 of the boss.
Putting him a lap down here shortly.
And again, notice, Terry, Mark back up to the top line.
Yeah.
So, again, looking for grip. That's all it's all about.
Is the boss trying to block him from getting down in that bottom line?
I would imagine that he's just trying not to go a lap down.
Right.
Quick caution. I mean, you get these guys stacked up once again. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go a lap down right now either. I'd be fighting him as hard as I can. Tech's going to slide up in front of the 12, though. Mark's going to cross him over, get that run down the front straightaway, clears him with ease going into turns 1 and 2.
I think the boss just pushed it a little too far to make that thing slide up the track like he did. And that means, the boss Tex Perry running 5th is now the first car lap down, leaving just 4 guys on that lead lap.
So Mark Arthur, actually not much of a dirt track racer, says he doesn't like it, but after tonight, I think he should like it.
Yeah, he's doing a hell of a job, that's for sure. I just hope he doesn't put it on our schedule, the schedule I run.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. I would love to see it. I mean, again, I'm the dirt guy. I want to see it happen. I think that would be awesome. But I know Mark ain't going to have it. So Mark actually pulling that lead back out to about 5 seconds here on Jason Powell, but Jason Powell still running a solid second place. Jason was thinking about not running this evening, so glad to see him come out and race this with us. And honestly, Terry, not doing a bad job.
No, he's not. Doing an awesome job out there.
And now that we're under some green flag laps, I mean, these laps are just ticking down. We only got about 35 laps to go.
Yeah.
35, 40 laps to go, so...
Now they are ticking away pretty good, that's for sure. I mean, they're running 20-second laps. We'll be done in about 20 minutes. Without a caution.
Do we?
Really what?
Oh, I thought you said we had a caution.
No. I said if we don't have a caution, we should
if
be done
we
here
don't
about
have
20
a
minutes
caution.
or so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
I got you. No, that's good. I just misunderstood you there. That's my fault. I need to go clean out my ears, apparently, ladies and gentlemen. We got Lori in the chat saying, come on, Mark. Well, Mark's doing a hell of a job out there. I think he might actually have this locked in the bag if we keep it green and he keeps that 12 machine straight.
Putting James Bunce down another lap of that 22. That's going to put him 3 laps down now when they cross the line.
Well, Terry, I tell you what, since these guys have had a decent green flag run, let's go ahead and pay the bills one more time. We're going to take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Stay right with us.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Brayden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go door to door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side by side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Loba is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett Low. 4 wide at the stripe. For all his work here on this outside line, neck and neck. Who's going to back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron, drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going nonstop for the last 21 laps here in the Down in the Dirt 115. As you saw in that commercial break, we have Butt Kicker as a sponsor. If you are interested in getting yourself a butt kicker, go ahead and use the code BLAZING, that's BLAZING, for 20% off your next butt kicker. And Terry,
Yeah.
Mark Arthur walking away with this thing.
Yeah, he is almost 8 seconds now ahead of Jason Powell. And you got to think, Sam, is Jason Powell kicking himself in the butt right now for not fixing that car?
I mean, it's possible because, maybe when he got that mass amount of damage, that car's obviously not handling the way he wants it to be right now. But maybe he was thinking, we might, it's a couple cautions at the beginning of the race. Maybe we'll get one quick one here at the end, and I can take that fast repair and be in contention for this thing. But you're right, Terry. I think he's kicking himself in the butt here for not taking that fast repair.
So right now we got Mark Arthur leading the race with only 17 laps or so left. Jason Powell running second, 8 seconds behind Mark Arthur. Dalton Kilroy running third. Those 3 guys are on your lead laps at the moment.
But don't look now, Terry. Right behind Dalton Kilroy is Mark Arthur, and he's coming. So I could see Dalton maybe going a lap down here to Mark in maybe a couple of laps.
Yeah, right now, they got around the one of Ty Morosco. Done a little blink in there. Mark Arthur now working on the one. I think the one kind of helped Dalton stay up there in that lead lap just a little bit.
But as you see, Terry, Dalton's kind of running a different line than Mark is. I mean, I notice him now, he's moving to the bottom, but he was running the high line there in 1 and 2. So looking for the grip in the racetrack. Yeah, he moves back up to the top in 1 and 2, but running the mid to low line in 3 and 4.
Dalton Kilroy going around James Bunce. Oh, somebody just hit a wall somewhere.
Ooh, big slide off turn number 4 for Dalton. He was big sideways. Mark going to the inside of Bunce here. Bunce going to go ahead and move out of the way for him.
That was a good move out of Bunce right there, not to fight him. He's already, what's Bunce down right now? 3 laps.
3 laps
that
down.
Was a good move. That was a good move on James.
And honestly, Terry, we know that Mark and Dalton have raced each other in the past. Dalton's not going to give it up easy, whether it's for position or for a lap. I don't see him giving up that spot easy.
Hey, the 41 could get a little wide,
41 could get a little wide. We could still have a caution here with 12 laps to go, so
right.
It could bunch things back up. Right now, looks like Doug Thompson would be the lucky dog, so a quick caution could change everything. But
Yep.
We're coming to 11 laps to go here at Bristol.
Man, I tell you what, hopefully we'll get to talk to Jason Powell at the end of this thing.
Well, let's take a look here. He is in TeamSpeak, so.
Okay, so we got Jason, Dalton, and Mark, so that's a good deal.
Crossing the start-finish line. 10 laps to go this time by for the number 12. And Terry, to be honest, 10 laps to go, unless we don't get a yellow, you basically hand this thing to Mark.
Yeah. He's got a almost 11-second gain over Jason Powell, and Mark is just being flawless right now on his turns. Getting that car sideways just the way he needs it. Playing with that gas pedal. Sawing on that wheel. Keeping it straight as he could. He's doing a hell of a job.
And honestly, I mean, let's give credit where credit's due. Dalton Kilrow doing a pretty good job staying in front of him right now. Again, like I said, Dalton, he's not going to go a lap down that easy.
Now they're both working on the boss. Tex Perry lets the 41 around him. Oh, maybe not.
Whoa, big push for the 85. Must have got tight there in the corner. Almost got in the left rear of the 41, but we continue racing here.
Right.
There it is, Terry. Yellow flag is in the air.
Oh, Dalton's wiping his brow.
Oh, he's loving that. And you know who else is loving that?
Jason Powell.
There you go. He might come down and take that quick repair now.
Now, hold on, though. Doug Thompson, who's the first one lap down? Is it Thompson?
Oh, wow. Sorry, Terry. I was trying to get an instant replay here.
Okay.
And it looks like Ty Morosco got real sideways and hit the wall. Blake Decker trying to avoid him and just got all out of shape and actually rolled it in turns 3 and 4. So that's what brought out your caution. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Terry. What were you saying?
No, you're fine. That's going to put Doug Thompson back on the lead lap too, right?
Yes, it did. That will give Doug Thompson the free pass.
That's going to give us 4 cars on the lead lap. And Thompson not running bad. So it's going to be interesting. There he goes, lucky dog coming to the high side around these guys.
I mean, Terry, it looks like we might even get to a green-white checkered here the way things are looking. For these guys, for as quick as Mark Arthur is, it's pretty much going to be full send mode.
Yeah, he has to. Now everybody, who we got coming down the pits here?
Pretty much everybody but Mark, it looks like.
Jason Powell did not pit.
Interesting. That's interesting. I mean, he's running, he's got a quick race car. So I would have came down and got that fast repair. I mean, the lowest you're going to start being on the lead lap is 4th. So it's interesting to see that. But look who did come down and take his quick repair. The 41 of Dalton Kilrow.
Blake Decker's headset reset itself. I believe that's why he had to hit the pit road. Mark Arthur said his eyes are hurting. They ain't watered worth a damn. He can't blink. Hey, Sam, that was a hell of a run out of these guys. I mean, they didn't pit. Let's see. Patrick Cowgill pitted in 63. That's when he brought his car in. Blake Decker at 96. So
Mark hasn't pit once yet.
Right. And we know Jason Powell pitted once. I think he just got some hammer work done on his car, I think.
Well, he should have came down and got that quick repair because he needs more than some hammer work right now.
Right. Okay, so put yourself in Mark's spot right now, Sam. High or low?
Honestly, I'd take the low line. I mean,
that's where it's working for him.
Well, if you look at the track right now, I mean, obviously this track is completely gone. I mean, this track is slick beyond all belief. You got one of two options. You either start really high and get that right rear on the cushion to get grip, or you start really low and put those left sides in that lighter dirt to get a better run, for the start.
Okay.
So, as you see, it looks like Mark Arthur is going to be taking the low line, and that's probably where I would be starting.
Green, white, checkered, Sam.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Green, white, checkered here for Nascom on the dirt at Bristol. Pace truck lights are off.
As of right now, we have one disconnect. Patrick Cowgill, Wyatt Craig still sitting in the pits, just gaining the points.
Truck is off, and Mark Arthur guns it. Jason Powell not going to let him have it, though, that easy going into turn 1. Looks like Mark pushed a little tight there. Jason trying to do everything he can, but he's going to lose a position to the 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Going down into turns 3 and 4. Dalton Kilrow is there. They're coming down to 1 to go this time by.
Dalton Kilrow, I mean, he could do something if he even touch that 12 car.
Well, we see it. Last lap, last corner slide job for the win. Will Dalton go for it? He's got one opportunity left here. Mark Arthur's going to block the middle lane. Dalton Kilrow looks like he's not going to have anything for the number 12. They give it to Mark Arthur at the line.
Good win.
Your winner for the Down in the Dirt 115.
I mean, that was a good race all around, all these guys.
Oh, absolutely, Terry. It was interesting to see what these asphalt guys were going to do on dirt. And like I said, for Mark not liking dirt, I think he's liking it tonight.
Yeah. Again, real quick, next week head to Martinsville, another short track. Then we go to Richmond after that, another short track. Then we go to Talladega, start getting some of the bigger tracks again.
Well, Terry, I'd also like to point out we actually have an off week next week. I believe next week's Easter.
It is. I didn't look at the dates. I just looked at the race. Yep. Good win by Mark Arthur in that 12:41. Dalton Kilroy bringing up second. Jason Powell rounding out the top three.
Burning it down the best you can on dirt is the number 12 of Mark Arthur. We're going to go ahead and show you the butt kicker commercial one more time, and we'll be right back with your post-race interviews. Stick with us, ladies and gentlemen.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And without further ado, let's get these post-race interviews going. And I'm going to go ahead and bring Jason Powell up into the booth. Jason Powell, driver of the number 18. This is Sam and Terry. Got a copy?
I got you guys.
Well, man, I would assume it was your first race in these cars on dirt. How did it go?
Man, it was a handful. I'm telling you, my shoulders are about to fall off. The low line for me seemed to come in pretty good. I felt like I could put the power down good and get the car turned, which was, I practiced the high line the whole time, so that was kind of weird. But yeah, I had no idea what to expect on these things. Didn't intend to race, and got in there and started building a setup and figured might as well since I put the time in.
Well, I got one question for you, and do you regret not taking your quick repair, or did you accidentally take your quick repair because you were driving a tin can all night long?
Man, I don't know how to pit on Bristol, so I didn't want to risk getting a penalty and all that, but I'm glad that I had my good bibs on tonight. I think that was my good luck charm.
Well, Jason, I mean, for, not having a whole lot of practice and you made a decent setup, you came home third tonight. Is there anybody you'd like to thank on that number 18 machine?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jesus, as always with me on track and in my everyday life, and thank you guys for being in the booth, taking that on. You guys are awesome, man. Thank Tex for keeping the series going, and all these guys out here that gave respect out there. I know it was kind of crazy at the beginning, but I appreciate everybody, man. We had a pretty good race.
Well, Jason, not a big dirt guy, but you had a good night tonight. Other than that, man, we'll go ahead and let you celebrate that third place finish, man.
Thank you, guys.
That was the driver of the number 18, Jason Powell. And Terry, I'm going to go ahead and bring your second place finisher up into the booth here in 1 second. Dalton Kilrow. You got him, Terry.
Dalton Kilrow, Sam Terry in the booth. Got us?
10-4.
Hell of a race there, buddy. Couple things. Right before that last caution there, was you watching that 12 getting bigger and bigger in your mirror?
Yeah, kind of. I was just hoping to be able to hold him off for the last couple laps to try to stay on the lead lap there, because I had so much damage and I got taken out of my rhythm with about, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 laps to go with somebody throwing a slider on me. But, the caution kind of came out at a perfect time. I was able to stay on the lead lap, take my fast repair, grab a set of tires, and just see if I could do something to maybe pull out just the most random win of my career. But I'll take a second place tonight.
Well, basically the first time that you've ran dirt like this, what's your thoughts and about your race in this?
I mean, so far it wasn't really that bad. Just I needed to make better decisions on what lines to try to run, when to try to run them, and just how to drive on dirt better, because I suck on dirt. Like I can't even think of something that's that bad, but just getting P2, I'm disbelief.
I'll say you've done a hell of a job, man. Second place. So who you got on that car you want to thank tonight?
Gotta thank Daddy's Barbershop, trjkarting.com. I gotta thank Blake Decker for the setup. I was gonna be in no man's land, probably about 3 seconds off the pace a lap, if it wasn't for the setup, which it ran really well. I think Mark was on the same setup or something very similar. So was in TeamSpeak with Mark, Blake, Jason, Ty. Those guys, we were all just kind of talking what we needed to do. Unfortunately, Blake had that VR issue. I don't know if he talked to y'all about it, but he had an issue where it was like recentering every 5 seconds, and it was just undrivable, so he had to completely reboot his PC. Tonight's race probably could have been his to win, just because he was so fast, even though he was, 15, 16 laps down or whatever.
Like that.
So, it sucks for him, because I know he was probably the guy to be here tonight.
Well, congratulations on your second, man. We'll let you get back down there with the guys for a minute, and we'll see you at, I think, Martinsville next week.
10-4, man. Thank y'all for broadcasting. So.
That was the driver of the number 41, Dalton Kilrow, your second place finisher. And Terry, we only got one more driver to interview, and that's going to be your race winner. Let me go ahead and see if I can't dial him up. Mark Arthur, driver of the number 12. You, Sam and Terry in the booth, got a copy?
I do.
Well, you tell me all the time you don't like dirt racing, but you pulled a win out. How do you feel?
What's that?
I said you tell me all the time you don't like dirt racing, but you pulled a win. How do you feel?
I still hate it. I still hate it. Blake, that's Blake's win. And I have to thank Blake. He kind of hooked me up with a setup. I don't know if it was a setup or if it's just me running a different line. And, generally when I get in the races, I do better. But I don't know. I was super loose with mine. And I made all the changes that I looked at Blake's setup, and it's basically the same. We was working on practice, but it was basically the same. Just had a little bit bigger left rear spring, which I tried that same exact number, but mine was loose as piss. So I don't know if it was that, if it was a setup, or it was I just changed the line that I was driving and just did that. But I don't know. That thing was really hooked up on the bottom there.
Well, it's interesting you say that. That makes me wonder now, because did Blake build a new setup, or was he using the one I gave him?
It was still that one, but I think he put a 400-pound left rear spring in it, which I tried that on the setup I had.
Yeah.
Mine was faster than yours, and so I don't know. It was just got in those races. Ever since we switched server, that thing was just loose as all get out, and I could not. You've seen in the heat race, I'm sure that thing was just go in the corner and just snap loose right in the middle, and I tried everything. But then Blake gave me that one, and it still felt kind of the same up top. It would get really tight out of the throttle and really loose into slick. And I was like, man. But then when we went into the race, they were beating my ass at first, and then I started grabbing that bottom, and it felt really good. I actually passed Blake legit
twice, and so it was pretty good. I told Blake we might have had a good race. I'm sure he would have kicked the crap out of me anyway, because just more consistent I am and just dirt crap.
Well, regardless of what happened, man, you still pulled off a win. We go to Martinsville next week, so I know you're looking forward to that. Or not next week, but the following week. We get a week off next week, but still, we're going to Martinsville. I know you're looking forward to that. Is there anybody on that car you want to thank tonight?
Of course, I got to thank Butt Kicker. It's our team sponsor, not this league, but our other league sponsor, and thank them. Thank Michael Falk for making the car. My mom said she really didn't like this car more than my pony cars, but I'm with her. I like the pony cars and the other, Powerpuff Girls and whatever, Care Bears and all that stuff too. I think it's funny, but thank Michael for making this. It's still a good looking car, but and my mom and my sister, if they were in there tonight, I got on her last week and she said she'd watch, but we went back and watched it later, but she just didn't watch it live. I don't know if they was in there tonight, but thank them for showing up if they did, because this don't happen often. You might have seen a 1-in-1, one-time miracle right here is me winning some shit on dirt.
Well, we do have the trucks coming up too at Knoxville, so.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And your mom and sister were in here today.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I couldn't believe it. The thing kept telling me, you're pulling away. You're pulling away. You got a 7-second lead. And I was like, did he just say 7 seconds? What the heck? Because, you don't have time to look in your mirrors here. You just basically got to look straight and point. And I was telling them in here, I was like, Tex was like, that was fun. And I was like, a bull crap, because I ain't blinked for 20 minutes and my eyes are watering, and I was like, man, the couple of cautions we did have, I was like, man, I can finally wipe my eyes, because my eyes were just pouring water with the allergies and stuff anyway. But I'm like, damn, I need to blink some. I wanted to look up and see what times were people running and look in my mirror, and wasn't no time for that crap.
Well, you still came home with a win. That's 2 in a row for you, and we're going to go ahead and let you go celebrate that win, even though it is a dirt win. So, like you said, maybe the only time we're going to see it, but we're going to go ahead and cherish it ourselves. So go celebrate that win, man.
Appreciate it, Sam. Thanks, Terry.
Yep.
Thank you guys too for the broadcast. I forgot that last week too, but let me stick that in there before you boot me.
Well, we do appreciate it, man.
Thanks.
Driver the number 12, your race winner, Mark Arthur. And Terry, that's going to do it for us here tonight in Nascom.
Yes, sir. Like I said, we're off next week for Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. We'll definitely be back the following Saturday at Martinsville. Hopefully we'll have a nice big field for everybody.
Yeah, again, ladies and gentlemen, Nascom Online Stock Car Series. Look them up on iRacing. Go ahead and join the Discord. Get a hold of William Tex Perry. You can also find him on Facebook. Get a hold of him. Come join us on a Saturday night. 9 p.m. Eastern, the session goes up. Y'all get an hour of practice, and then 10 minutes of qualifying, and then you guys race. So come on out and join us. You're fully broadcasted. I'm here every week. Terry's here every week. We're glad that Terry can join us every week, because it probably might be a little bit boring with just me talking to myself. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here. And I hope y'all enjoyed Bristol on dirt in the ARCA cars. Get a week off next week. So for the following week, we go back to Martinsville, and we hope to see you all there. Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening.